Kevin Durant has those extra long arms like Phil Jackson. They come in handy. Hey! You know what I'm saying? This is coming from a thought. This ain't no owner.
You're now watching a clip from the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Definitely, man. Crazy thing is dream season, but you know what's another dream? To be smashing your boss, right? You know what I'm saying? like that's the dream of a lot of people.
If
to
they're
smash
fine.
your boss, especially if they bad. You feel me? Like I could smash you and I could come to work late. Why? Because we know that I have something on you. You feel me? You don't want to lose your job and your career. You know what I'm saying? So you know you want to. You feel me? But again, man, that brings me to this is something that I had sent you and Chris, man. You know, Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss is for the streets. You feel me? Not for real. She for the streets. You feel me? And the reason why I say that is because
Wait, explain who Jeannie Buss is for people who don't know.
Jeannie Buss is the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers or the LA Lakers. She inherited that from the late Dr. Buss, you know, and it kind of when I seen everything about her, you know, being for the streets, and I'll explain that in a second, it kind of brought me back to why her dad possibly didn't want her to be at the helm of the table. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the son that doesn't really know too much about the ins and outs of basketball like Jeannie did. You feel me? Now we're probably knowing why she knows the ins and outs. You feel me? Because a lot of individuals been in and out of that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my dog Dennis Rodman. And you know Dennis Rodman, this dude smashed Madonna. You feel me? This dude in the middle of a playoff run went to Vegas. You feel me? Chopped it up with a few of the little models over there and a few of the little bops over there. Came back and then won a championship. This is the guy that we're talking about. This guy done came out on it and had an interview and said, he didn't say he smashed, but like, come on, he said he dated her for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But before dating her, he was like, oh, you know, he went up to her room. She was like, oh, you want to get drinks and this, that, and the other, boom, boom, boom. And after that night, him and her was dating for 6 months. So, you know, I mean, it was the Netflix and chill before the Netflix. You know what I'm saying? It was him, you know, smashing his boss or the owner of, the daughter of the owner team, not knowing that, again, maybe later that you're going to wind up on the team. I don't think that he thought that she probably would get the team because normally men tend to give those assets to another guy or a son. You know, if they have to deal with sports, they're going to give it to the son. You know, it's not me. It's just history. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he probably was smashing her because she was looking bout because everybody know that she's for the streets. Everybody know. And he got her early. We talking about 90s. You feel me? Like if she's old now, I mean, Chris gonna find a few of them on pictures. You feel me? I mean, there was one with her in Vlade Divac, and I forgot the guy's name. I think he was a coach for the Lakers as well. I forgot his name. Both of them was holding her like, you know, like when you take your wife to the threshold on the wedding night. Both of them hold her like that, you feel me, on the home court of the Lakers. And then there were some tweets behind Miss Jeannie Buss, you know what I'm saying? And all of these tweets was kind of like, it was not the best thing for her. It didn't show her in the best light. It basically made her look like a mutt. You feel me? It made her look like a mutt, and you know, I'm gonna go through few of these actual tweets so you guys can know, what we're talking about. But one of the tweets, it was like this is from her official Twitter account. It says Jeannie Buss. Hold on one second, because she got so many. What a whore. But again, it is what it is. It says Lamar, hold up, Lamar, take your pants off. Quotation, quotation. We scream as he checks into the game. Lamar? We talking about Lamar Odom, the one that's on crack, or Kardashian's dad to
He's part of the Kardashian curse.
There you go. Met Johnny Flynn of Minnesota Timberwolves before game. If I had number 1 pick, I would draft him. He is a cutie. Mangler. You feel me? Just met Kevin Love from UCLA Timberwolves. He may replace Tony Parker as hottest guy in NBA. You see, this is like, mind you, look.
And she tweeted that stuff out?
Yes, this is all her tweets. You feel me? Again, here go the Minnesota Timberwolves are now my second favorite NBA team, and that has nothing to do with you, Kevin Love, even though you're hot. Really? On the bus headed to Staples. CP3 isn't playing tonight. He is a cutie. Ross, Kevin Durant has those extra long arms like Phil Jackson. They come in handy. Hey! You know what I'm saying? Another one. Your commercial spot is sexy fun. Give us more. You know who she talking about? Hold up. But real Lamar Odom. Yes, give us more. Your commercial spot is sexy fun. But Lamar is still my favorite NBA forward. Look what this is coming from a thought. This ain't no owner. You feel me? And if you go act like, my whole thing is like, just because you're a girl, that doesn't mean that you don't want to smash and dash like dudes be wanting to hit it and quit it. You feel me? You may got the horror in you. It may be in you, but we know men are not looked at a certain way. You could call us a dog, but y'all love it. But if we call you a thot, if you call you a whore, if we call you a mangler, scallywag,
a double standard for sure.
Hey, it doesn't matter, because life is full of double standards, and you and me are the same way. Because if our wives had a history like this mangler, we wouldn't have wifed them. We would have gave him a shot. We would have been one of the individuals that hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, life is not fair, but that is what it is. And when you're a young lady, you got to hold yourself to a certain standard. When you come out with certain things like this, come on, look, it's just like the girl, the girl on Matthew Stafford, when she had fell, and when he won the Super Bowl, and she was taking a picture of her, she was taking a picture of him, and she fell and like probably broke some bones, and he turned around like, oh, and he was getting all type of boom. Guess what they did? She keep on losing. Boom. The Twitter is undefeated. They went years back, like 10, 15 years, to her Twitter account and seen her using the N-word over and over and over and over and over again. So now she's canceled. You see how funny that works? Wow. Now, Jeannie Buss, the Lakers are in turmoil right now. You know what I'm saying? And guess what they do? They're going to add more fuel to the damn fire. They're going to go back to your Twitter account. Somebody screenshotted it. You can't delete. Now we're looking at you like a Ross, like a Mangler. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you for the streets. This is coming from your mouth. This is not he say, she say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah, and that's exactly what happened, because the Lakers are trash right now. So I'm sure some Laker fan was like, oh, I hate Jeannie Buss. And then all of a sudden, that's when this stuff is all coming out. And like you said, I don't think she realized that it would matter. You know what I'm saying? She probably thought this was the lifestyle she's going to be living. And it doesn't matter that she says oh, I think Lamar Odom or Chris Paul is hot because she's just going to be living her regular lifestyle as a daughter of a millionaire. And then all of a sudden, you're given the reins of one of the most popular franchises in the world, Craig. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the fan base is just as brutal as any other passionate fan base. And when you're not winning, they're going to find dirt on you. So I don't know how she's handling it. Like, how are you handling this right now? Because not only is your name being smeared all over the internet, albeit it was your own doing, but how are you dealing with people in your office right now? You know what I'm saying? How are you dealing with the people that are managing you, or the basketball players that are on the team, the young basketball players now looking at you like, hey, I heard you like big hands.
I wonder if LeBron James' wife is feeling some type of way because he's the biggest athlete right now in the game, and this comes out. So that hug that I probably thought was something when because she's out with LeBron, and you hug the owner, a small little peck on the cheek. Now you gotta go back and double back in your head, like, hold up. Was she trying something here? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
And LeBron's got a black wife, so she was already probably thinking it anyway.
And
now she's got proof. Now she's got the receipts on Twitter to show, like, you staying home tonight. Like, you ain't going out with Miss Jeannie tonight. I dream of Jeannie. I think not. That's what she's thinking. Hell nah.
Crazy.
A lot of people have rode that bus. You feel me?
Woo.
And I mean, based on what she said, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to make those conclusions. And like you said, I don't think she realized she was going to be handed the reins to this franchise. And now that she has, you gotta deal with the scrutiny, and you gotta deal with your past, because the internet has a dirty trail that people will dig up and find a bunch of stuff on you. So, hey, I'm not necessarily gonna say shame on you, because, like you said, you're a woman and you have every right to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You have every right to smash who you want, say whatever you want. You have every right to do that. But like I said, we all know that there's a double standard. Women are looked at differently than men. It's already assumed that men are doing that, and that's the lifestyle that we live. But women, if you are doing that, then two things. You either are doing it for money and you don't care because you have that pride in you. You're like, hey, I'm doing this for money. I'm making money off of this. And I'm doing better than a girl who's doing it for free because I'm making money. That you have that mentality if you're an OnlyFans chick, or you a stripper, or you just a straight up prostitute. You have that mentality. Like, I'm doing this just like anybody else is doing a job. At the same time, men don't, we could do that, but there's not going to be this stigma on us. I mean, there will be like, oh, he's a dog, or he just runs through him or whatever, but it definitely looks worse on a woman. And it's not, it's just society. It's definitely always going to look worse on a woman if they sleeping around, or if they being promiscuous, or they just flaunting around saying, hey, I'm smashing this one, I'm smashing that one. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's going to be like a badge of honor. It's like, you did what? Here's your medal. You know what I'm saying? But for a woman, you did what? Here's your scarlet letter, and walk your walk of shame, or get stoned, or something like that, like you're a witch in Salem. You know what I'm saying? That's just society, and that's what it is. And unfortunately for her, I don't think she realized she was going to be the owner of the Lakers, because maybe she would have walked differently in those days.
The crazy thing is, I'm gonna transition to another individual that should have known better. I'm like Big Baby Davis.